You know this night. It's 3:07 a.m. Your room is quiet, your phone is silent, your body is tired, but your brain, wide awake. You replay that one conversation from earlier. What you said, what they said. The half-second pause before they answered. You zoom into their face in your memory like a security camera. Did they look offended? Did I sound stupid? Did I overshare? Did I undershare? And then your brain does what it always does. It opens 20 tabs at once. What if they're mad at me? What if I lose this friendship? What if I said the wrong thing at work? What if I never fix this part of myself? Nothing actually happened, but inside your head, it feels like everything is falling apart. You call it overthinking, but your brain calls it something else, staying alive. Today, we're going inside that overactive mind to see why your brain won't stop scanning for danger, even when your life looks fine on the outside. Welcome to Story Minds, where stories meet the human mind. In this video, we'll follow one character's story, but for many people watching, it might feel uncomfortably familiar. Not because you're dramatic, not because you care too much, but because at some point in your life, your brain learned, if I relax, I get hurt. This isn't just worrying, this is emotional hypervigilance, a nervous system stuck in always-on mode. And once you see it, you can stop blaming your personality and start understanding your survival. Aisha is the kind of person everyone trusts. At work, her manager says, "You always catch what everyone else misses." With friends, she's the one people vent to at 1 a.m. Her texts are thoughtful. Her emails are triple-checked. Her presentations are flawless. From the outside, she looks calm, organized, responsible. On the inside, she's running an invisible marathon. Before sending any message, she rewrites it 4 times. After hanging out with friends, she replays every sentence she said on the ride home. Was that joke too much? Did I make it weird? Why did they go quiet for a second? Are they secretly annoyed with me? She notices the smallest changes, a slightly colder "hey," a shorter text, a delayed reply, a different tone in their voice, and her brain treats each one like a fire alarm. Her friends say, "Relax, you're overthinking." Her family says, "You're too sensitive." So she learns to keep it inside. On the surface, "I'm good, just tired." Underneath, chaos. Aisha wasn't born this way. As a child, her home had 2 versions. Some days her dad came home smiling, playful, full of jokes. Other days he came home silent, sharp, easily irritated. No warning, no pattern. The same key in the door, but a completely different person walking in. So little Aisha started scanning. Micro expressions, the way the door closed, how heavy his footsteps were. If she could read the signs fast enough, she could adjust. Be extra quiet. Be extra helpful. Be invisible. Her nervous system became her full-time bodyguard, always on lookout, always predicting, always preparing for the worst version of the night. Years later, she moved out. New city, new apartment. No one slamming doors, but her body never got the memo. Her heart still jumps at sudden sounds. Her mind still scans every room, every conversation, every text for the smallest sign of danger. This isn't overthinking. This is hypervigilance, a brain wired to survive emotional unpredictability. It worked back then. It kept her safe. But now it keeps her exhausted. On paper, Aisha is successful. Good job, stable income, friends. But something feels off. She can't enjoy good moments fully because she's waiting for them to end. A compliment? Her brain. They don't really mean it. Wait until you disappoint them. A new opportunity? Her brain. More ways to fail, more ways to be exposed. Silence from someone she cares about? Her brain fills it with the worst-case story. Her nervous system, once a hero, has become a prison guard. The cost? Chronic fatigue, headaches, stomach issues, trouble sleeping. And emotionally? She doesn't feel joy, she feels relief. Not, "I'm happy," but, "Okay, nothing went wrong today. I survived." This is what happens when your brain lives in threat mode long after the threat is gone. Change doesn't start with "just stop overthinking." That's like telling a fire alarm, "Stop being so loud." The alarm is loud because it thinks there's a fire. So the first shift for Aisha was not fighting her brain, but understanding it. Instead of "what's wrong with me?" she asked, What is my brain trying to protect me from right now? When she noticed herself spiraling after a text, she paused and named it. This is my hypervigilance. My brain is predicting danger because silence used to mean pain. When her heart raced before a meeting, she put a hand on her chest and said quietly, "Hey, I see you. You kept me safe when I was small. Right now, I'm not in that house anymore. This is just a meeting." Tiny moments like that don't erase years of wiring, but they do something powerful. They show her nervous system that someone is finally in the room with it. Her. Slowly, she started experimenting with micro risks, sending a message without rewriting it 5 times, letting a friend reply late without assuming the worst, allowing a moment of silence in a conversation without rushing to fill it. Each time nothing terrible happened, her brain received new evidence. Maybe it's a little safer now. If any part of Aisha's story felt like your story, the late night spirals, the constant scanning, the exhaustion of always being on, know this: you are not broken, you are not too sensitive. You are not weak. Your brain adapted to something real. It just never learned how to relax after the war ended. Overthinking isn't a personality flaw. It's an overworked protection system that has been trying to keep you safe for a very long time. The question now is not, how do I kill this part of me? It's, how do I help this part of me feel safe enough to rest? If this resonates with you, subscribe to Story Minds for more psychology stories that help you see the hidden patterns of your mind and gently, slowly break free from them.